Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we completed Tanner's first task and reactivated the power in 3 or 5, actually, all of the power stations located down here past Crossroads Watch. We were rewarded for our efforts. We purchased some additional psionic abilities. We found a abandoned storage facility of some sort and acquired quite a bit of decent armor for this low level while we were down there as well. So things are looking pretty good for us so far. Assuming, of course, that we don't have to fight Psy Beetles next, which is, of course, what we're going to be doing. Armor won't be too protective against them, unfortunately. In any case, let's take a look at our character really quick, and then we'll venture onward to Mushroom Cove, which is our next objective for Tanner, or rather for Big Brett, who wants us to find 3 cave hoppers and catch them. And also figure out what happened to someone else called Newton, another new hire who was sent out into that area to do what we are currently about to do. So first off, here's our character. Remember that we did not make a min-max character in any sense of the word. We have leveled 5 of my abilities 1 time. And we have another point in agility thanks to a pair of boots that we are currently wearing. Here's our current skills. Some melee, dodge and evasion, lockpick, pickpocketing, mechanics, metathermics, temporal manipulation for us. Our current feats are nimble, paranoia, tranquility, and psi empathy. Alright, let's get going. Oh, we should have something to eat first. So, let's have burger this time. Now let's pray we don't have any problems here. Twice I've encountered a random encounter in this particular area, which made it impossible for me to get past them, and I had to restart the game at this point. Let's see if, hopefully the game's going to be kind to us and won't have such here waiting for us today. Okay, looks clear. I like how clear and inviting all the water looks like in the game. That looks like something delicious to drink, which is probably why you can't drink it. Filled with bacteria, most likely. Looks like also stagnant water, I suppose, but it still looks crystal clear and blue to me. Do we have anything over here today? Let's see. Sometimes there's a random dungeon here. No, I don't see anything today. Another dirty rag. Take all the dirty rags we can get. Ooh. Starter mixture. Fabric scraps. Actually, I don't know why. Why am I taking the starter mixtures? Because I don't think I'm taking chemistry. I'll double check my build off a little later. Some electronics as well. Chemistry is used to make explosives, but I don't intend to take any throwing with this character, which means I don't want to rely on explosives. Only in emergencies will I be throwing grenades with this character. At least that's the intention I have at this moment. Great job on the music, by the way, for the caves, for everything in this game. It feels really thematic to hear this music again after it's been so long since I last have heard it. I'll probably race down here and just slice this bull cricket up. We would have if we didn't miss twice. Could probably use some psionics, but I don't think we'll need them. And we can let our dagger be a little damaged. Save our psionics for when we're slinging spells at Psy Beetles up ahead. I like the sound of the water too. I'm so thirsty, viewer. I'm so thirsty. There's precious little I can drink though here with what's happened to my taste buds thanks to chemotherapy. I can't taste anything, or most things don't have a taste to them. It tastes like cardboard to me. Water is one of the few things I actually still has a taste. Thank goodness, at the very least, I can taste water. By eating or drinking just other things is really difficult, as I want to. I'm sorry, we're going to talk a lot about cancer and chemotherapy going forward. I apologize for this. It's disgusting, however. I can't taste anything, and as such, my body thinks it's poisonous, whatever I'm going to have, and doesn't want me to continue eating it. But I'm hungry or thirsty, so I have to find something I can eat. Unfortunately, a handful of things that do have a taste, I'm sick of, because I've been eating or drinking nothing but them. And after about 3 or 4 days of having these things, it becomes intolerable to me to taste them now. I need a break, which is bad, because I haven't found anything else to replace the things I've been eating with other things at the moment. I'm hoping to talk with a dietitian when I start my next chemotherapy round about what on earth we can do about my sense of taste, because it's going to make the next 8 months grueling to go through. Supposedly, your sense of taste returns after a while, but it can take a year or two after chemotherapy is done for it to have come back in any sort of semblance to what you used to have. I'm hoping it's not that way for me, but I don't know. Right, mole crickets killed, and more mole crickets up ahead. That's a lot of mole crickets. Let's see. If it's a similar amount of action points, then we'll blast some more crickets with crowdkinesis. Oh, we could have used the fire spell. And we'll be fine with crowdkinesis at the moment. Can easily kill those 2 we wounded. Nice. Well, there we get some more adrenaline glands for our efforts. There's more cave-in. Must have been quite an earthquake if it caused this much damage all over the southern area. More caves and dead ends. I like the signs that guide you to different places out here. There's no path or what have you, so... West is Junkyard. North is Southgate Station. East is Camp Harthor. East, though, is a bit blocked off, I think. Actually, this is south right here. Security guard. Heavy armor, metal armor, and an assault rifle, it looks like. Halt! Who goes there? Tim, the new guy. He nods and takes his finger off the trigger. I recognize you now. What are you doing out here? I've been instructed to round up some hoppers for the Mushroom Cove. Am I heading the right way? Yes, you are. It's just a bit beyond this passage. Be careful, though, as there are side beetles in the cove area. Did you happen to see a young man go into the Mushroom Cove? Newton was his name. He went through here recently, I'd say about 2 hours ago or so. He said he was going to catch some cave hoppers. He hasn't returned yet, though. By the way, I got the impression that Mushroom Cove was much closer to Southgate Station. You know, lots of people have been telling me that recently. Newcomers like you. No idea why, though. It's not like the cove has moved or anything like that. He shrugs his shoulders. Strange. I think this area was a little closer to Southgate Station at some point, but the map eventually got fleshed out more, and it got moved a little bit further. Alright, thank you. I'm off now. Take care. We'll obviously search his pockets for cave hoppers. A lighter, and we can't take the lighter. Nice. We're in an uncontrolled zone, which always makes me think that you can... Well, we'll talk about that later. Alright everyone, so we have a trick to catching cave hoppers. I have seen so many people struggle with cave hoppers that I feel so sad for them. Cave hoppers are one of the most easiest, this is one of the easiest quests you can possibly do in the game. But it can be one of the toughest ones if you don't know how to do it properly, I should say. You start combat. You will be going first. And as long as you're somewhat close to the cave hopper, you can run over to it, click on your crate, and then click on the cave hopper, and immediately and instantly capture it. You do not need to use a net. You do not need to set a trap. You do not need to use a tranquilizer dart. You don't need to kill it. You don't have to worry about chasing it. Just do that, and you're good to go. The only unfortunate part is that you have a 30-second cooldown until you're able to do that again. Gotcha, cave hopper. Yeah, it's 2 of them already. Just need 1 more, and then we're good to go. I heard something eating something down here. Let's scare some cave hoppers away. This is the best, I think, hole to try to get them from. Yep. Because by the time they run out, you can immediately hit enter combat to catch them. But this is also probably a good spot. Yes, it is. And all done. Our 3 cave hoppers were captured, just like that. So what else is in this area? Mordra was out here doing some fishing, I guess. He's a friendly. Must be from Southgate Station. For our pickpocketing, though, we do not have the skill to pick his pockets. The middle-aged man, tall and wide-shouldered, stands by the coast, smoking a cigar and observing the calm water. As you come near, he turns around. He eyes you for a moment, maintaining an indifferent expression, and then speaks to you in a low, raspy voice. Don't stop around. You're scaring the fish away. You're that guy that was running Tanner's test, right? Tim, was it? I guess you got admitted. Yeah, and who are you? The indifferent expression persists. I tell you that, but then I have to kill you. Just call me Mordra. In that case, Mordra will do. Good. What is this place? It's called Mushroom Cove. It's basically a big lake where all these little streams converge and form the Celestius River. It then runs all the way down to the very bottom of the deep caverns. How's the fishing going? Could be better. I was hoping to catch some deep eels, but I forgot to bring meat, and the eels don't care for worms much. Use those only if you want to drown them. What kind of meat do you need? Any meat will do, but raw red meat works best. I could hunt down a hopper, but I cannot leave the rods unattended. I got some meat right here. Good. You want to trade for it? You can have it for free. It's no big deal. I never take charity. You must trade. What can you offer? How about a health hypo? That sounds fair. I'll take it. Good. Now to catch some eels. I'll leave you to it. Good luck. We got that meat from the raid on the kitchen also, so you don't even have to kill a cave hopper to complete that quest. But if you're playing Oddie mode, you will want to kill cave hoppers, as they drop a 2-point Oddie item that you can study once. You might be available from all cave hoppers, but I tend to remember only finding it from these ones. Then again, I try not to kill cave hoppers very often. It's a bit grindy to kill them. You don't get much for killing them either, so. We're going to avoid this area that goes south for a bit. There's a bunch of different There's a decent number of side beetles there, and I don't know if we can do that area without dying. So I would like to avoid dying as much as I can, so we'll head up this way instead. We are still looking for Newton, and we did not find him here. We were unable to ask Mordra about Newton either. Unfortunately, side beetles take the same amount of damage closed or open with their brain cases. We might have reduced its move points where it can't hit us. Let's see. Oh, very good. We could run up and stab it to death, but I'm a little worried 3 stabs will miss, so we'll keep using our psionic powers. one attack. We have to hit, and I'm pretty sure we're going to miss that attack. So we'll just blast it with another spell. Nice, and we leveled. Alright, we get our first stat point increase. Every 4th level, you get to increase one of your stats. I think we're going to take Dexterity to start. This will allow me to hit a little more often with our daggers. It reduces the action point cost of our daggers a tiny bit as well. It also arguably makes our throwing a little more accurate, not that we'll be doing too much of that. It also will improve our pickpocket and our lockpick a little bit too. It will improve our accuracy with all melee weapons, if this is also equal to or greater than strength. And for our skills, unsurprisingly, it's going to be 5 more points in everything. And as for feats, I want sprint at this point. So there we go. You have like the sprint ability, which grants you 30 additional movement points for 2 turns. Only effective while not in stealth. Let me put that on our hotbar. Quick save, and we're good to go. I don't know if I've explained psionic abilities very well, or at all for that matter to you guys. Just really quick, you see this little pink bar below the large purple bar? That is our psionic reserves. Over time, as you can see, our reserves will be being depleted as they refill our normal psi powers. Eventually, we will run out of reserves, in which case we also won't regenerate psi normally. We will need to use what's one of our psionic inhalants if we want to recover our psi reserves and normal psi at that point. It's a bit tricky, and I like it early on in the game. You have to kind of balance how much risk you're willing to take in regards of your psionic reserves, not refilling them, or to save money, versus refilling them to guarantee you have what it takes in order to do psionic fighting battles. I see another Azura. Let's see if we can hit it from here. A little bit away, yep, just to make sure it has to chase us. Since we did level and put more points into our cryokinesis, our menathermics, we now do a little more damage as well against these creatures. Trilobite fossil, a perfectly preserved trilobite fossil. See them on the shore, Jersey Shore all the time. Whenever I'm out there during the summer, or, well, whenever I'm out there, period, I suppose. Periscope part. It's an old rusty periscope part, a proof that submarines indeed once sailed, and perhaps still sail, the waters of Underrail. But probably not this part any longer. Alright, time for the first really difficult area to do. You probably saw the side beetle over there. The good news is that, once again, like most critters in this game, or creatures, side beetles are not known for their ability to open doors. So we can shut that door. There'll be 2 of them right on the other side of it now. But at least we don't have to worry about them immediately. This goes worth a decent amount of money for not a lot of weight. We'll take it. On the warehouse inventory list. Else in this area. What does the switch do? It's stuck. Alright. Let's do this. Door trick to start. It's going to be actually really stupidly tricky, because there's probably at least 2 in this area. We only see 1. I want combat now to end. There we go. A free hit on a side beetle. I won't say no to that. Is it going to do the door trick? There are 2 of them there. We will die if they walk up and start combat and we don't win the initiative. That's the one we hurt before, so we will smack it again. Oop, that was temporal distortion. Alright, that was not the ability we wanted to use. We shut the door then. Still in combat. We're going to do the door trick again. So that was... What was that? 17 damage? 12 damage only. Not worth it. We definitely want to use our cryokinesis against these things. Uh-oh. There's 2 of them right there. So we might be throwing a Molotov here. Okay. It moved up, so we're now in combat. There are 2. They're right next to each other. We do not have a good chance that this lands, but we'll try anyway. Good. Great throw for the grenade as well. And we set that one on fire, which is the most important thing, because now it's going to run in fear. And dies. Wow. Super lucky. Super lucky. I'll take it, though. We got lucky in that our pyrokinesis hit the spot we aimed at. We got lucky with the 20% chance that the grenade ended up where we wanted, and it did. And we set that thing on fire, so it couldn't respawn back to us. One of the few times we'll just go ahead and leave that door open. Alright, this is a relatively undamaged brain of a side beetle. Oddie point if we were playing Oddie mode. We hear another side beetle somewhere. I don't think he can reach us. I do not like... don't like the time that was ticking for. Makes me think there's another one around the corner. There was one around the corner. Okay. Let's try fire. I'm going to use dilation here to slow it down. We move around the corner. And we are now out of psionic reserves. Which means we get to carve up this beetle. Oh no! And there's another. We'll sprint over here. Alright, we did it. Not bad. We should have enough actual psionic power here to kill this side beetle with cryokinesis and our dagger. So we will do that, and then we can use an inhalant. wait till sprints off a cooldown. Alright, let's do it. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, so it moved up and closed its brain case. Five reserves left, which is not enough to cast anything. Okay, we will, take a little bit of damage here. But we won. Probably not worth taking. Well, actually, we have the carry capacity, so we'll take the carapace. Another Cybeetle brain. Another Cybeetle brain. All three Cybeetle brains immediately. That's pretty rare to have happen. We'll use our inhalant to get back all our sonic powers. I think we won't need to bandage. I think we're basically done here. And I think the only thing we'll have left to discover is if Newton made it or not. Nothing over there but a cave-in. This must have been some sort of supply depot near for the docks that were close by at some point. We have enough of these. See what's in the locker. A silenced hawker, level 1, garbage weapon, but worth an okay amount to sell. Old diver's helmet, old and rusty diver's helmet, doesn't look fit for purpose anymore. Health hypo. Nothing in that locker. Psychokinetic modulator, a crafting item used to make psionic headbands. We should probably look to investigate and purchase one of them, now I think of it from Ezra, to help us out. It's probably more useful than the balaclava that we have. Blood. That's promising, though. Not so much it means Cybeetles don't bleed blood like this. A terrified man leaps out of the dark corner and begins slashing the air in front of him. His shirt and pants are stained with blood. You see a piece of cloth tied around his thigh, below which a large wound grins at you. An instant passes, and the man retracts his knife and stares at you. A sigh of relief precedes his words. Ah, you're not a cybug. Thank goodness. Almost had a heart attack. Are you Newton? Big Brett sent me out to look for you. We've been out of Southgate Station for a while now. Yes, I'm Newton. Don't even mention Big Brett to me. He sent me to catch those stupid hoppers. I guess I went too far to the west and ran into cybugs. You never told me about them. Why'd you run away? I did. I started running around. Hey, the bugs surrounded me. I ended up in this place. I cut my leg somewhere along the way. I stopped the stupid bleeding, but I can barely walk. Why the hell are we still talking? Can you get rid of all those damn bugs so I can safely get out of here? I can't run, and most certainly can't fight. They're all dead. Let's get you out of here. Great! I want to get the hell out of here as soon as possible. He rushes past you, dragging his injured leg behind him. Wait for him to limp away. A single flare in the room with him. Alright, not bad. That was not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I am playing hard difficulty, right? We are. Hard difficulty. The door trick makes these battles quite a bit easier to do. We would have had to use more of our Molotovs had we not been able to use to do that trick. Alright, well with that done, let's go back to Big Brett and tell him that this task is completed. Turn in the hoppers as well, free up some inventory space, sell some stuff, and then see what Tanner has in store for us next. A lot of hoppers who want that little bit of mushroom, huh? They eat all the rest of it. But the mushrooms grow back really quickly, too, in just a few minutes. That's interesting. I wonder if that's like just some sort of natural mutation for the mushrooms down here in Underrail. That some of them grow back so quickly. I mean, you wouldn't starve to death if they were edible, I suppose. Although you would get super tired of eating mushrooms by the 4th day. That's my current problem, viewer. There's precious few things that have flavor to them. So the things that do have flavor, I've already consumed too much of them. And I feel sick even thinking about drinking or eating the things that still have flavor at the moment. I gotta figure something out. There's no way I'm going to survive 6 months of this. Or, heaven forbid, a year and a half of this. Anyway, that was normally a difficult area to complete. I've died there a few times when I was initially starting on hard. I had to remember I'm playing on a harder difficulty setting and break out all the tricks that I remembered how to use. Ow! Oh, ow! Alright, viewer, we're gonna have to go to the pens, and then I'm gonna have to take a small break. I'm so sorry, viewer. There's gonna be a whole lot of this in the upcoming months. Actually, I'm gonna put a break right here. I'll be right back. Oh, alright, viewer. Sorry. Back. Stomach pain. Hungry. But there's precious little my body wants to eat here, so... We're slowly figuring out what I can have and what I can't have. Alright, Big Brett. Hey, what can I do you for? I've got your hoppers. Oh, excellent work. Here's your payment. Oh, would you like to name them? Aren't we just going to eat them eventually? Eventually, yeah. But until then, I need to keep track of them. It's easier if they're given names. Alright, then. What's it going to be? Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So be it. Oh, and what about Newton? He ran into side beetles and was forced to hide in an abandoned warehouse just west of the Mushroom Cove. He cut his leg a bit, but he'll survive. In fact, Pasquale should be patching him up right now. I told him to be careful, not to wander off too far. Well, glad he's all right. And thank you for helping him. That is all as far as I'm concerned. You can go back to Tanner. We earned 1,400 experience points and 100 Southgate Station credits. Grapefruit juice. Alright, well, we have a pistol we can sell. Oh, actually, that pistol should come with us to eventually the Southgate's junkyard. So let's drop this off at our private quarters. We'll go and see Pascal, who can heal our wounds as well. And then we'll head down to talk with Tanner for a bit. How much Southgate Station credits we have? 606. Okay, looking okay at the moment. Okay, so to Pascal next. Can tell us a little bit about how Newton's doing as well, I suppose. Hello, Tim. Hey, how's Newton doing? He'll be alright. He wasn't seriously wounded. It'll heal quickly. He's been under a lot of stress, so we'll keep him here for a while. Give him a chance to get some rest. Poor kid. All in all, he'll be fine. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me? Could you look at my injuries? Oh, of course. That's why I'm here. We'll be fixed up in no time. Good as new. Thank you, Pascal. Alright, so... Mr. Tanner next. We're still good at food-wise. Oh, right, it's Gorski's task that's next. Alright. Tricky. Very tricky, this. Let's see how well we do. Tim, I'm done with Brett's quest. Now what? Excellent. I have another task for you. Of course, he has led an expedition into the nearby GMS compound, and he requested that you specifically join him there. Go to the station platform exit and talk to Essie. She can instruct you on how to reach the GMS compound. After you complete this task, come and see me. Before we do this, let's talk with Jack Quicksilver again. I think he'll have a quest for us that wants us to go to the GMS compound. Oh, 1 second. Taste it. Have some spicy chicken noodle soup. Wait for it to cool down a little bit. Maybe I can taste it, so I'll try. A big part of this recovery process is figuring out what I can and cannot taste. Cat! Hey, let's barter. So before I leave, I'll take more MK1. MK2 lockpicks. And we'll grab a few more normal lockpicks too. Oof, 45 bucks, but worth it. So what brought you here in the first place, Jack? A lucrative business opportunity, but it slipped past me, unfortunately. What happened with that business opportunity? It's a business secret. If you're interested in doing some work, though, that's something I can arrange. What's the pay? I'll pay you in Southgate Station credits, 100 pieces. It's a package delivery job. You interested? Yeah, tell me the details. Do you know where the GMS warehouse block is? I do. First, go to the barracks at the station platform here in Southgate Station. This key will open one of those foot lockers, and the package will be inside. He hands you the key. Take the package to the warehouse block, to the building just south of the GMS compound. A man will be waiting for the package there, and you'll get your money. All right. We will not speak of this again until the job is done. No problem. How's our skills? We do not have enough for another skill up yet for Metathermos, which will more than big. Rather, we won't be able to acquire the next skill that the psionic teachers are teaching, so we'll have to come back for that later. Let's think here. Let's just do some exploring. So let's put on our right overcoat and head on up to the station platform. In the shelves. Essie. Essie has, to my knowledge, a decent level pistol or dagger on her. Let's see. It's a pistol. A Jaguar. Level 8, actually. But we can't take it. We can't take anything from her. She's too perceptive. A willowy woman removes her respirator and exhibits a smile underneath. You remember talking to her the first time you came here, but for some reason her name eludes you at the moment, if she even mentioned it at all. Her light soprano voice is quick to remind you, though. Hey, Tim, remember me? Essie? Essie! That's my name. How's it going? Not decent. Well, you've been admitted to the station, so I reckon it can't be that bad, right? Right? So, you need some help? Directions? To be a bit more specific? Yeah, I was hoping you could tell me how to get somewhere. Sure. Where are you headed? I need to get to the GMS compound. That one's easy. Just exit the station to the north and head straight until the first crossroad. Then turn left and go straight until you come upon an auxiliary road. Keep going straight, following the road, and it will lead you into an abandoned warehouse block. GMS compound is in its northwest corner. Alright, thanks. Take care. Watch out once you pass the perimeter. There's a lot of dangers lurking about. A submachine gun would probably help me with those, Essie. Just saying. Shame you're watching yours so carefully. Anything in the barrels today? Two 9mm rounds. Well, it's something. It's worth a credit, so we'll take them. And that barrel. Some places to sit and wait, I guess, for the train to arrive. Emergency phones. To my knowledge, the emergency phones are part of a subquest. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the subquest that involves them, because it requires quite a bit of puzzling to solve. If I do decide to do this, I'll have looked it up online about how to solve it already. But at the moment, I have not done so. So we will come back for emergency phones if we want to interact with them in order to do a certain puzzle. Please let me taste this. Oh, first let's go up north. This is where the gentleman is who wants the supplies to help him watch the lurkers. Hey, Harland. You come up to a short, bull-necked man staring at his security monitors. One of them switched off and showing nothing but the reflection of his own concerned face, as well as an unintelligible figure walking up behind him. His eyes widen. He recoils as soon as he becomes aware that he is not alone. One quiet moment passes and he speaks. Oh! You scared the hell out of me, man. Pulls on his respirator. Ah, don't stick up like that. Hey, I'm Tim. I'm Harland. Briefly inspects you and peers over your shoulder. Hey, you hear about my auto turret? Lucas sent me here to talk to you about that. Man, he's not taking this seriously at all. Look, I got a situation here. Someone took down one of my cameras, right outside. They want me blind, you see, so they could attack and break through the gates. Have you seen those? They're not the big, thick, split gates Malcolm's got his checkpoint. No. I got a pair of oversized trays between me and the lurker hordes. All I want is some extra ammo for my turret. And one more turret. It's dangerous out there. What if it's not the lurker hordes, but... He crosses his arms. But what? Lurker gang. He gives you a blank stare. Have you even been outside? Are you derailed? I'm not going out there. Well, I can go. You will? For a price. Ah, don't worry. If you help me out, I'll throw in some credits for your troubles, okay? I can't open the gates, so you're gonna have to go around. Go back to the metro station, go north until you run to one of the underpass's entrances. You take it from there. I'll be waiting here. And be careful. It's dangerous out there. Make sure you're ready. Nod and leave. First off, we're gonna investigate the rest of what you have here. Oh, nothing on the shelves. Nothing on that one either. Okay. Never expecting anything on these, but yeah, you never know. And a few credits this early in the game can really make a big difference, so. Okay, we should probably eat some food. Have more canned meat. And up north we go to the GMS compound-ish area. Lots of decent defenses here guarding Southgate Station, I see. There's Bison using psychokinesis in order to try to break the rocks. I'm sure he won't mind us helping him out a little bit. Darn it! Insufficient skill. What's the sentry doing here? Just watching these people work? That seems rather mean. We'll take some rounds off of him. Oh, we need the barracks here in order to pick up the package for Jack Quicksilver. Let's do that before I forget. Don't want to take too much from these guys, since they are the first line and probably only line of defense guarding Southgate Station. We'll come back for that guy. We have a little more pickpocket for those health hypos. Same thing for this guy. I don't want to take standard those 12.7s. They don't have very many of them. Hey, Roman. Ah, you must be Tim. Name's Roman. I'm in charge of this barricade. Wish I had time to chat, but I'm quite busy right now. Have you made any progress clearing the tunnel? Not much so far. We have to dig deep enough to safely plant the explosives. Otherwise, we risk damaging the tunnel even more. How much damage does the earthquake do? We're not sure. It might just be the tunnel cave in a couple places. I sent parties to the tunnel's side entrances to investigate. We'll know more when they return. Alright, I'll leave you to your work. That also involves us making sure that you're doing work and not just, sticking things in your pockets. So let's double check really quick. Insufficient skill. Darn it. A light sealed nondescript package. If I remember correctly, the other lockers don't have anything in them. They might have an audio item, but I'm not going to search them. All right. Well, that looks dangerous. Protectorate propaganda. A bunch of pamphlets of the Protectorate propaganda calling on citizens and leaders of Underrail communities to work with them towards integrating into United Stations, promising safety and an easier life. Well, I can't think of a reason why we would want combat, why we wouldn't start combat here. These guys are brown in color, which means that if we get too close to them, something bad will probably happen and combat will start. And I think if we just walk up, combat will start. So why don't we start the fight instead of them? Not a great chance to do this. If I throw a flare, does it make it any easier? Nice, and combat didn't even start yet. Alright, let's do it. Nice. Hit all of them with that. Molotov didn't end up where I wanted it. But it does create a little wall. Yep, that one guy wants to walk around. He wants to get me. I don't really... Oh, we are armed with a knife, and only a knife, right? Okay. So... kill this guy. Friend. Oh, we can't quite kill the friend. I'm taking you out with me. Are you going to take me out with you? I don't think you're going to. Sounds like some rat hounds have arrived to investigate what's going on. Although they're going to be afraid of the fire. And they killed that one gentleman. We might come back. Four of them, but they'll be afraid of the fire. So let's run up and kill. They arrived here because they heard the gunfire. Not bad so far, though. Three's one too many. Calling for help makes me think there's another rat hound somewhere. But if there is one, it didn't arrive in time to save its friends. What have we got here? A level 3 5mm Jaguar. We're just gonna vendor it. Some garbage armor. Lots of 5mm rounds. Sledgehammer, garbage. A Hawker, level 3, also junk. The good news is, though, we can break down some of this stuff. For bits. Which aren't going to be much. It'll be enough. Yep, it'll be enough that we can actually make a repair kit. Ooh, we're still carrying a ton of stuff with us. And viewer, I'm going to put a break here really quick so I can maybe eat what's in front of me. And I'm going to go and sell some stuff at Southgate Station really quick as well. So I shall return and I will be right here. Alright guys, sold some stuff. Get up my inventory a little bit. We're back up to 655 Southgate Station credits. And I can taste the soup slightly. At the very least, I can taste the broth and the noodles, though I can't taste the chicken very well. It looks like meat for some reason. It has no real flavor, no matter what type of meat I'm eating. It's going to be super awkward, because without something with some substance to it, it's going to be very difficult for me to find my dietary habits acceptable for the upcoming few months I still have left for this, or maybe even up to a year and a half until my taste buds come back. We will see. In any case, let's go downstairs and investigate the area for Harland. We do have some lockpicks. Well, there's a sentry. There's a security camera there, which means that that's not where Harland That's not the area Harland was looking at before. Ah, here is where it was. Small hole in the wall here. Let's investigate. Dude with a dagger. A stalker. Let's bring him into the light a bit. Two of those hits were absorbed by our armor entirely. Nice. And we leveled. A level 1 dagger. We'll just break it down for bits. And nothing else really worthwhile on him. Wow, it is super dark in this area. Barrel, some scraps and fabric, but nothing else here that I can see. There was a thug there, so maybe he broke the camera. Oh, and we leveled, so let's handle that next. A bit boring, but 5 points in every single ability that we possess, or that we're leveling. Let's clear out the rest of this little area. Make sure there's no other lurkers lurking about. I want to be a little mobile, which is why you see me lockpicking these gates in case we have to do a bit of running around out here. Uh-oh. What saw me? Crippling strike, dude. That's going to be annoying. Oh, we didn't even need to dilate him. That's disgusting to hear me say out loud, but it's true. But we didn't need to do so. We had the damage output. Now, there are two dudes, if I recall correctly, around the corner here. If I was to leave this area. Ha! Alright, so we see both of them. Let's try to kill the stalker. Close. Very close, but not enough. Keep running around corners to try to avoid a line of sight to that guy. Come on, game. Screw you. Oh, and we're walked right into that guy's line of sight. Thankfully his kneecap shot missed. And our armor is decent enough that we shouldn't take too much damage from this 5mm. Uh-oh. Oh, God! Sledgehammer guys here. We need an adrenaline in order to heal ourselves. That missed, thank goodness. Where did that guy come from, I wonder? Well, the answer is he came from up here. But that adrenaline shot was something I purchased from Pasquale, hoping to use it for an emergency. I suppose that was an emergency, though. A bunch of garbage. Sledgehammer will let's break down the sledgehammer also. And we can't break down steel crowbars. We can take his lockpick, I suppose. Alright, well, we survived. That's good. We have yet to perish. Let's go ahead and break down the sledgehammer, this dagger, and this pistol. Oh, we have more of this area to explore. We should full explore it. Let's see. I think that's all the hostiles in this area as well, unless the hard difficulty added something else, another battle here, which is enough to make me quick save, just in case they did. I don't think they did, though. We don't know the code for the intercom, so we won't be able to get through that area at the moment. There's a secret door right here, but we don't have the perception to see it at the moment either, unfortunately. We need one more perception to see some of these secrets. Maybe we should look to purchase some headgear that gives us +1 perception, or look for some food that does the same. Mushroom salad, I think, would do so for us. Okay, and nothing else in this area. So let's go back and talk with Harland. We'll then go back and talk with Pasquale and or what's his name now? Duke, and see if he can be persuaded to give him another auto turret after all. Oh, do we not have the pickpocket for Bison? Still probably not, is my guess. No, still no. And how about the health hypos of one of these guys? We do have enough for the 3 health hypos, so I will take those. Little bit of trivia for you in case you did not realize, but taking ammo and items, like healing items or medical items off of folks, means that they can't use them if they are involved in actual combat. I don't think anything happens here, so realistically metagamey wise, there's no reason for why I shouldn't be looting all the items from all the people. But I do feel a little guilty about it, so that's why I don't do so generally. Let's see. Still can't take her money, still can't take her gun. Okay, Okay. Medical first. Let's get ourselves healed. And buy another adrenaline gland. Adrenaline gland? Buy another adrenaline shot. Have him heal our wounds first as I eat more soup. Alright, Pascal. Anything to trade? Let's see. So I'm going to want another one of these. It's worth it. $60. How's our weapon? Still looking good. Alright, so... Oh, we were supposed to see Harland again, so let's go up there to him first. Or second, I suppose, now. Oh, we should also check the docks. We checked it earlier for coral, but we want to check to see... we probably don't have the pickpocket for it, but the ferry person down there, the girl, she has a level 12 dagger, if I recall correctly, which would be a very nice upgrade for us if we can manage to take it from her. As for my character, by the way, I like to imagine that we had a little bit of sleight of hand in terms of, like, not real magic, which explains the pickpocket, no, you're right, Tim, the pickpocket that we have. Hey, Harland. Hey, Tim. About your camera problem. Yeah? Found anything? I found an entrance leading to a small cave just west of where your cameras are located. There I found a man, but the cave itself is so unusually dark I couldn't really explore it as much as I would have liked. This guy. Think he took the camera? I found a lot of electronic gubbins on him. Yeah, I knew it! And maybe there's more of them, and that's where they're gathering. That cave. I don't like it one bit. You said you couldn't discover anything in there? Shake your head. Man, I got a bad feeling about this. Like there's something more to that cave than meets the eye. Well, in that case, we're going to need a different pair of eyes. Bots, to be exact. Listen to this. I'd like you to go to speak with Harland. See if he's got a keen-eyed explorer for us. Something that can be remote-controlled and with cameras. I can't leave a suspicious dark hole like that unchecked. Be it a cavalier or a cavern. It's a security risk. It's dangerous. You go tell him all that, and I'll wait for you here. He nods pleased with himself. On the job. Alright, we'll go let him know what's happening. What else are you eating, Tim? You're still hungry. I don't know. I have more soup. I could try cooking some kibase or sausage. I just know I'm not going to taste it. Maybe if I just add some salt or spices to it, maybe I can bring out some flavor. Alright, so we're going to Harland. That's the engineering area. What's up? Harland needs a bot. Harland? What kind of bot? A bot that can explore this pitch-black cave I found and the other passages. Needs it to be remote-controlled and to have a camera. Right. It's an RC bot that can navigate difficult terrain. Has to have a camera. Has to have some kind of illumination. His eyes fall upon a dismantled bot underneath one of the tables. That'd be this one right here. A mini-bot. A mini-bot explorer. I have to use that little fellow over there. Want the headlight, install the camera, and then, yeah, that could work indeed. I'm missing some power cores. These mini-bots use rather specific ones. Don't ask. I'll put something together, but it might take a while. I knew I could count on you. You go do other things. I'll start working on it straight away. I'll mail you when I'm done, and I'll have someone bring the explorer up to Harland. Tell me he owes me a mushroom brew for this. I'm off then. Okay. let's look and see how expensive a mushroom salad will be, if there is any available. Which there probably isn't. Check really quick. Arlene? She is not selling mushroom salad. I see mushrooms, side beetle brain soup, which actually is pretty decent for us. But it's also extremely expensive, so we won't be purchasing it at the moment. We do have enough money for the next sonic ability with Ethan. That'll be limited temporal increment. I don't think we need it at the moment, though. We'll come back for it when we have a little more cash. The same for the Parkinate Extreme. We won't be purchasing it quite yet. Alright, so we may as well do some pickpocketing. And take this guy's 3 health hypos as well. And let's see if we can make our way to that GMS compound for Mr. Jack Quicksilver and see who he wanted us to turn that package into. We'll do a bit of exploring before we do the GMS compound, though. I want to explore some more of the areas around here. Some more rocks, some more barrels. Oop, although I have to use the bathroom right now, viewer, I'm so sorry. I'll put another break here. I'll be right back. Hey, viewer. Alright, I didn't realize it's been like an hour and 14 minutes so far. So we don't have the time I thought I'd have for the rest of this particular episode, but we should have at least enough time to turn in the quest for Jack Quicksilver. Let's kill this rat hound first. Always take their hearts. I'm sorry, everyone, but we're constantly going to be talking about chemotherapy and the side effects and what it's like recovering from it during this playlist. I apologize if that's annoying. Unfortunately, it's one of the topics I'm dealing with, something I'm dealing with, and so unfortunately it means you guys get to deal with it with me. Eating is very difficult. Everything tastes like cardboard, with a few exceptions. Those exceptions are something I have to be careful with, because I'm getting tired of eating some of the things that I thought I would really fall in love with. Wawa Sizzlies. Wawa is a convenience store up near me. Wawa. W-A-W-A is how you spell it. They sell all sorts of like snacks and stuff like that. They make their own like subs and so on. And they make this breakfast bagel, which is a croissant with bacon, cheese, and egg on it. And it's tasty, and I could taste most of what was on that. But after 3 days of it, for 2 meals a day, I'm sick of it already. And I can't bring myself to eat another. I need a break. It's going to be like this for most of the meals I'm having as well. I'm going to have to figure out some sort of cycle where I mix up when I'm eating, so I don't eat the same thing every day. Or it's going to become intolerable. Oops, well, that's not at all what I wanted to do, game. Get into the room so we can only be attacked one at a time. Yeah, this armor's amazing. Finding riot gear armor like this so early. It's incredible. It reduces all the most of the damage we take to 0 from things like these little rat hounds or the like, and even bullets will be reduced to the damage that we suffer. Of course, we don't want to be surrounded. just in case we take more than 0 damage from their attacks. Right, not bad. And some more creature bits. How's our dagger holding up? Doesn't... Actually, it's is it 150 or 300 for these? 150 to repair. Okay, so let's repair our knife once. We can make another repair kit, actually, so let's go ahead and do that too. This is down another 50 points or so. We can repair it again. Though I think we cleared out all the rat hounds from this area. And this is the GMS compound area as well. Let's search the barrels. Nothing there, nothing up here. We have the lock picking to get in here. Unfortunately, we don't have the hacking to get into that box, but we shouldn't need what was in there. Health hypo, Omega OD card. We have not really had very many health hypos yet, have we, viewer? No, we have not. That's good. It means we're doing a little better in hard mode than I thought we were going to do. Locked door. No key for that door, as far as I'm aware. Another Omega ID card. Let's see, there's some free experience points. We got some remains. Always search the remains. Rat hound leather. Absolute trash. We'll leave it in a barrel. Mr. Quicksilver, what are you doing here? I was just about to leave. I honestly did not expect you to survive. What is the meaning of this? I knew it was being watched, so I had to use someone as a decoy while I got the real package out of the station. But it was as I promised. A man was waiting to pay you for the delivery. I never said who the man would be. He hands you some credits. What will you do now? I'll move on to some other place. The trains are out, but there are other ways to travel around. They are much slower, though, especially if you don't know all the shortcuts. He smiles. Let me know if there's something you'd like to trade before I leave. Let's do that really quick. So we should probably take a few more normal lockpicks. Let's grab 5 of these. Alright, Jack. Good luck. Lockpicking also gives you, in classic mode, a little bit of experience points, equal to the difficulty of the lock. 5 experience points per, I think, level required. Okay, we can leave some garbage here. Down south is one of the tougher areas to do early game. An area with psychics and dogs. We will do that area later, probably a few more levels from now. But it'll be one of the final areas we do before Depot A, if I even feel like we can probably handle it. It's a really difficult area to do. They're expecting you inside. Alright, viewer, but we're going to stop this episode here. So thank you guys for watching. When we come back, we'll see what Gorski wants us to do. I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone.